Welcome, wrestling fans, to the DC Everest Fieldhouse for the Valley Conference Wrestling Tournament. 120-pounder Christian Smith is taking on Nolan White of DC Everest in his first round matchup. Correction, Nathan Beyer of Mara. I looked at the wrong note here that I had. Beyer with a quick takedown, leads 2-0. Smith on the bottom at 120. Trying to work to a base here as Beyer's trying to turn. Beyer with a 4-2 record in the conference, Smith 0-3. And they work off the mat.
Coaches and wrestling fans, mat 3 is the mat closest to the American flag. The clock.
Beyer and Smith did not meet in the dual meet, as the Red Raiders moved Matrix Jisco all the way up to 120, who beat Beyer 5-1. So this is a new matchup.
Is the mat closest to the conference banners.
Red Raiders at 106 pounds. Matrix Jisco gets a first round bye, as does Patrick Spray at 113.
The Everest banner is mat 1. The largest block.
Turn attempt now by Beyer.
The conference banners is for the center.
And now he's barbed wired arms of Smith as Smith goes over on his back. Smith in some deep trouble here. .30 seconds left in the first period. Beyer still trying to pin Smith here. Smith fighting hard off his back, trying to get his shoulders off the mat. Max Bennett's on the mat now at 126 pounds against Nolan White of DC Everest. Bennett's getting put on his back as Smith gets pinned in 148. Bennett's in deep trouble there. Can he fight it off? He does. Survives the period. Bennett's is going to be down 7-1 after one period. Nolan White of DC Everest, his opponent at 126 pounds. White's a junior. Bennett's only a freshman. Red Raiders have a little bit of a mixed up lineup here today. And we'll get to that as we advance in the weight classes. White to his feet now. Bennett's got to get him back to the mat and cannot do it. 8-1 now. Bennett trails.
Nicholson, Merrill.
3 mats on the floor here at the DC Everest Gymnasium. That's a mandatory. As they run 3 mats, that's designed by rules. Dump technique takes Bennett's back down off that high single leg.
You are on deck. Scales Rapids, Kramer East on deck. Cody Nicholson, Merrill to the head table. Nicholson, Merrill to the head table.
2 near fall, excuse me, 2 near fall for White. Check back and see if these two met in a dual meet. Bennett's on his back in deep trouble again here. And Bennett gets pinned in 3:07. Next up for Max Bennett will be Luke Mahoney, a senior out of Marshfield. Christian Smith will take on DC Everest Mitch Ververka. The Red Raiders have no entrant at 132 pounds today. At 138, Jordan Scalise, he will take on Brendan Kramer of Wausau East. Dylan Hall moved up to 145. He'll take on Trevor Smith of Marshfield. Cal Stoffel at 152 gets Joey Abreu from Wausau East. Jake Tim in the lineup at 160. He will get a match against Stevens Point's Nate Engel. Nathan Fuller at 170 will get Corey Cornea of Wausau East. Cody Abel will get a first round bye at 182. Ross Nichols at 195 takes on Gary Borkhardt of Wausau East. Devin Klebuknik down at 220 takes on Stevens Point's Justin Vande. And Bo Thompson moving to heavyweight. He'll get a first round bye. So next up, wrestling on the mat for the Red Raiders will be the 138-pounder Jordan Scalise against Wausau East Brendan Kramer. We'll bring in that match right here from the Valley Conference Wrestling Tournament. Jordan Scalise at 138 going to take on Brendan Kramer of Wausau East. Scalise 2-3 in the Valley Conference meets, and Kramer 1-5.
Stop Rapids to the head table.
Scalise works off his knees, now comes to his feet, gets to a Russian.
Stop Rapids.
Scalise with a shot in on a near side single. Dump.
East at 3.
Kramer trying to fight this, comes into a cradle and has to give up the takedown for fear of going on his back. Scalise 2-0 early. Scalise with a tight waist, arm bar, trying to turn Kramer back into the mat. Now he's got a half. Got him turned in a little farther now, but see if he can turn his shoulders. Cross face hard. And blood time on Kramer. As I had mentioned before, Dylan Hall getting bumped up to 145 today. And he's taking on Marshfield's Trevor Smith in his first round matchup, and that should be coming up directly here as we have some more blood time in the center mat, which those two Red Raiders will be wrestling side by side here. Merrill coming in the leader in the Valley Conference. They were undefeated. They have 6-0 as the dual meet record, so they have 12 total points. Rapids has 10. They came in 5-1. They're only lost to the Blue Jays. Again, the Red Raiders are down one weight class. No 132-pound wrestler today, and have switched around a few different people. At least temporarily. Hopefully temporarily. Bo Thompson heading up to heavyweight. Jake Tim in at 160. Dylan Hall at 145, as I had mentioned. So the Red Raiders having a little bit of a shuffle as we got mat cleanup going on. Craig Tim here giving you mat side seats. We thank my longtime buddy Craig for volunteering this Saturday. And I guess keeping us in line, or maybe we got to keep her in line, Joyce Minutes, keeping us updated on all the important information here at the tournament. Nice crowd here at the DC Evers Gymnasium. And now we're getting ready to go again. Kramer's got his nosebleed temporarily plugged and stopped. They're on their feet. It's 2-1. Scalise. Underhook and good head position by Scalise. Inside shot missed. Scalise with a dart again, trying to get to a double. Step through, back trip. Takes Kramer down. 4-1 the lead for the Red Raider. Seconds left. 4-1. They're off the mat. Restart coming. Kramer's down. Scalise on top riding. Now Dylan Hall will take on Marshfield's Trevor Smith. And those two are reporting to the head scores table right now.
Josh Lang, Marshfield, Josh Rickoff, Evers.
Arm bar and wrist control by Scalise. 20 seconds left, trying to turn Kramer.
Stevens Point, Jake Tin, Wisconsin Rapids.
Scalise working hard at this. Granby set up now by Kramer, but Scalise takes him over. He's got time to get 3 near fall. Maybe he could pin him. Ooh, that was close there for an instant. 3, near fall Scallis. 7-1 the lead for the Red Raider after one period. Hall on the mat now. Body lock both wrestlers. Hall trying to fire a headlock. Gets it. Smith trying to roll him through. We're in a scramble. We're back to our feet. Still with a scramble going. And Hall fires another headlock. They go out of bounds. Double picture now here on the Red Raiders. Hall and Smith on the left, on the right, Scallis and Kramer. A couple of throwers here in the middle of the mat on the left-hand side, and Hall and Smith. Hall into a double leg shot, body lock, crushing the ribs, steps through with a trip. Takes Smith down. 9-1, and now the lead's for Scallis. And Smith able to get the 1-point escape. It's 2-1, Hall leads. Scallis in a scramble here regains control and will continue to ride. With 1:14 left, leading 9-1. 2-1 with 40 seconds left in the Hall match on the left-hand side of your screen. Russian arm tie by Hall. Now collar tie. Hall with a shot in again. Body locks again. Takes Smith down. .38 seconds left in the match on the right-hand side of your screen with Scallis warning, stalling Kramer. Scallis with a crossface, going to try and turn him. Near fall, 1 count, not enough. Near fall, got a 1 count again, and not enough. Hall in danger of losing control here, but regains the ride temporarily, and the end of the period comes. Hall with a 4-1 lead. Flip it to this, comes up Hall, he defers. Smith goes down. End of the second period, 11-1, Scallis dominating Kramer from Wausau East. And Kramer's choice, he's going on their feet. Hall on top. Danger getting rolled. Hall's in a scramble. Just give up one here, Dylan. There you go. Body lock. Lost the head to reversal Hall. Or excuse me, Smith. And it's 4-3. Smith trails. Hall hangs on to a slim 1-point lead. Potentially dangerous in the Scallis match. They stopped that. And the clock did not run. 1:24 left. And we're going to get a question on some scoring, I do believe. And now we got 15 seconds to run off the clock in the Scallis match. He still leads 11-1. Jake Tim being called. Scallis with a shuck into a single, drives across, gets a takedown, and leads 13-1. Minute and a half left. And they're going to cut him loose. 13-2 on the escape. Free ride to his feet for Kramer.
On deck to the head table.
Caution on Marshfield. Hall got a half thrown on him. Smith's trying to work hard to get the turn, can't do it. Hall flattens out. Off the mat for Scallis, 54 seconds left. He leads 13-2. Smith with a ball and chain here, arm tied up between the The back now, bar as Smith, or excuse me, as Hall reached back. You don't want to reach back as a wrestler. Double armbar now by Smith. Hall's fighting this hard. Scalise with another takedown. Scoring near fall now is Scalise. 18 seconds left. Hall in trouble now, double armbar. Scalise going to win by a technical fall in 6 minutes. And Hall survived that period, but he trails 6-4. Hall holding his right arm.
John Siller, West. Jeremy Bros.
Hall stretching out an arm now. We're going to get some injury time. Cal Stofflet against Joey Ebru of Wausau East. That's going to be on the mat on the right. And Jake Tim at 160 against Nate Engel of Stevens Point will be on the left. So the Red Raiders fill up all three mats.
West, Alex Stein, East.
On the floor here.
West, Stein, East. You're on deck. Report to the head table.
Stofflet and Abreu from Wausau East on the right. Jake Tim, Nate Engel on the far left, and Hall in the center. Stretching out his shoulder. And Stofflet working on a takedown, but it ran out of wrestling mat. Nate Engel gets a takedown on Jake Tim. He leads 2-0. Slide by Hall. Slide by again. Out of bounds they go. And Engel hits the elbow on the mat. He comes up holding the left elbow. A little zinger there that goes down your arm into your fingers. It's going to be a wild match here. Nate Engel with a pin on Jake Tim in 25 seconds. 40 seconds on the time, correction, on the pin for Nate Engel over Jake Tim. Stofflet with a takedown now, leads 2-0, got his opponent in trouble here, Joey Abreu, and got a pin in 107. Hall looking for the headlock again. And Nathan Fuller on the mat on the left. Red Raiders going crazy here. It's like a dual meet with everybody in the valley. 57 seconds left. Hall into a double leg shot. Driving in, gets to the body, and they work out of bounds. Nathan Fuller taking on Corey Cornea of Wausau East.
At 195, Ross Nichols, Rapids. Gage Borkert, East. Nichols, Rapids, Borkert, East. You're on the table.
Gotta fight this. Takedown by Smith of Marshfield. Got to the body lock, lifted him. 8-4 now. And Hall in deep trouble. Nathan Fuller with a takedown. He leads 2-0.
Ben Hintz, Merrill, Phil McGuire, Marshfield to mat 1. Hintz, McGuire to mat 1.
Ball and chain again by Trevor Smith of Marshfield.
195, Nichols, Rapids.
And he is controlling Hall and has beaten him 8-4. Now Nathan Fuller on the match to the left. Trying to turn
Nate Tesmer, West. Nick Humphrey,
Corey Cornea of Wausau East. Again, 2 Red Raiders to start. Spray and Jisco each had a bye in the first round. Short on wrestlers in that weight class.
Andre Point, Klobuchnik, Rapids. Justin Andre Point, Devin
Fuller with a hard crossface, now trying to lift through on the thigh. Now works the head over towards the knee, gonna try to lock up a cradle. End of 1 period, Fuller with a 2-0 lead. Fuller used his choice. He's going both on their feet. Fuller's got a good double leg.
285. Kane Huff, Everest, Seth Collins, Merrill. To the head table on deck. Kane Huff, Everest, Seth Collins, Merrill, 285. And Henry also, Spencer Shutters, Point. Austin Winter, West.
Fuller with a little head tap, gets his arm hooked on the way in just enough. Now body lock, launching pad could be loaded here. Drive through back leg trip. Fuller pulling it back in, throws a headlock to a cradle. He's got 2 takedown. Fuller's got to work him back inside the circle if he can. There, he scoops him in there. Now he's got him in some deep trouble with 1:05 left. You got to reposition here. Going to try and scoop the head instead of half it. And that allows Cornea to turn stomach down. 3 near fall. Fuller's up 7-0. And they're going to give him a free ride back to his feet. 7-1 now, the lead for the Red Raider. Cornea with a bad shot. Fuller almost was able to capitalize, couldn't get locked up the way he wanted. Fuller reach in with a leg trip and missed. Fuller wades right in and Cornea backs off the mat. Fuller with a shot too far out. 3 seconds, 2-1, end of the second period, 7-1, Fuller with a lead. Cornea's choice, he's gonna go on their feet. I'm not sure that might have been the smartest move because he's been beaten on his feet for 2 periods. Fuller wades right in again to an underhook, trying to get to a double underhook. And Cornea's on the outside looking in again. Cornea with a shot from way too far out. Fuller drives in, getting a run out of mat. .103 left yet, 7-1. Fuller needs to put a few more points on the board, at least get to a major here. Shuck on by, into a double. Can he work up the body, pop the head? Yes, he has. There's 2. Can he get him to his back? Can he catch a half? He did, stacking him up. Now got a cradle. Stacks him on his shoulders. Referee trying to get a look. Got a long time, 20 seconds, 28 seconds left. Arne is able to get stomach down right now. Fuller regripping, setting him back up on his shoulders again. 10 seconds left. Fuller can't quite get him stuck. It's going to get 3 near fall. It's going to be 12-1. 12-1, the match. Nathan Fuller with a major decision over Corey Cornea of Wausau East. Next up for the Red Raiders, 182-pounder Cody Abel will get a bye. Ross Nichols at 195 will take on Wausau East Gage Borkert. At 220, Devin Klobuknik will take on Justin Vande at Stevens Point. And wrestling heavyweight today, Bo Thompson, he will get a first-round bye. We'll bring you more of the Valley Conference Wrestling Tournament on the river. Oh, we're going to hang right here because here comes Ross Nichols. He just popped up, match got done. Nichols and Borkert.
Round 1, we're up. Now up, Nate Tesmer West, Nick Humphrey, Marshfield.
Two guys look to be built and put together the same. Short, stocky. Finally, Ross has got somebody his own body type instead of somebody that's bigger and longer.
We will take a 15-minute break after the completion of the final round, or the final match of this round. We'll take a 15-minute break. Spencer at Stevens Point, Austin Winter, West, you're on deck.
Hand fighting early, kind of a feel out first 30 seconds. Shot inside on a single leg by Borkert. Nichols countered that with a front headlock. Nichols snapping him down to the man. Now he's got to pick up the speed here. And they're off the mat. Both on their feet, no score. .45 seconds left. Neither wrestler willing to commit much here yet. Front headlock by Nichols now. .25 seconds left. Still no score. And we're coming up on the final 10 left, first period. Nichols with a reach-in shot. Borkert fighting it in on a shot. Nichols fights it, and we go 0-0 after one period. Flip of the disc comes up. Red. And we deferred. Borkert likes to roll around on a man here. Nichols got to be careful he does not get rolled. Shorter guys are fairly easy to roll when they're shorter and rounder. And that's what Borkert is. Nichols got to get behind him here now. And they scramble and out of bounds. 1:27 left. Second period, Nichols still continuing to ride. Unable to chop an arm, and Borkert stands right up. and Nichols has little to hold him. 1 point in the lead for Borkert on the escape. And Devin Klobuknik on the mat now against Justin Van Day of Stevens Point. Van Day and Klobuknik on the left, Nichols on the right. Klobuknik again, a first-year, very beginning wrestler. Barrel roll attempt by Borkert, and he's going to get the takedown, leads 3-0. 30 seconds left, second period. One-point escape, Nichols. 3-1. 15 seconds left. Second period. Nichols with a shot, gets stopped pretty easy coming in. Took it from too far out. Warning, stalling. Borkert. Throwing positions here. And they're off the mat with Klobuknik and Van Day. Van Day warned for, Klobuknik warned for stalling. Nichols in a sitting position, now trying to get off to a base. 1:55 left, third period, he's down 3-1. Nichols is basically to his feet now. Now he's got a score, he's got one in the escape. Van Day in on a single leg shot on Klobuknik. Klobuknik able to get his feet wadded up underneath him, unable to keep a base, gets taken down. Trails 2-0. $1:15 left. Nichols trails by 1 at 3-2. Klobuknik on top temporarily, but he's going to give up at least one. And they're off the mat in the Nichols match before Ross gets taken down. 3-2, he trails with 46 seconds left. Klobuknik gets reversed, trails 4-0. And they're out of bounds again. Nichols in on a good single leg there. And 35 seconds left yet. Van Day is just defense right now. Half Nelson by Van Day on Klobuknik. Warning, stalling. Borkert, 1 point. Nichols, it's tied now at 3. 20 seconds left.
Get around.
Nichols in trouble here. Got a leg tied up underneath. 10 seconds left. Nichols got to get his legs straight. Don't get Granby now. 1 second, they're off the mat now. At the end of the period, tied at 3. 1 minute, first period, sudden victory. 5-0. 5-1 now is a legal hold on Van Day on Klobuknik. Klobuknik trails by 4. 23 seconds left, second period. Nichols on his feet with Borkert of Wausau East, tied at 3. Nichols snaps him down the front headlock. Now got a chance to score. Got 18 seconds left. Got to pick up the pace. Shuck. Can he spin behind and get him? Picking an ankle. Trying to hip across. 10 seconds left. Nichols with a takedown. 5-3 with 7 seconds left in the overtime. Nichols with a come from behind 5-3 victory in overtime over Gabe Borker to Wausau East. Klobuknik now trails 7-1. As he's got his legs separated apart, and now gets stomach back down. And this is a minute and a half left, third period.
15-minute break after the completion of our final match of this round. 15 minutes after the final match of this round.
Now Half Nelson getting run by Vandy of Stevens Point. Near fall getting scored on Klobuknik. 2 near fall. Scoreboard says 7-1. And Klobuknik in deep trouble here for 45 seconds. Doesn't need that. As Vandy gets a pin in 5:15. Bo Thompson at 285 today. He gets a bye in the first round. That's it for the first round of wrestling on River City's Community Access. And starting off the second round, because of lack of wrestlers, just going spray. We'll each get a second round bye. First Red Raider up, Christian Smith against Mitch Ververka of DC Everest, followed by Max Bennett's taking on Marshfield's Luke Mahoney. We'll be back with those matches right here on River City's Community Access. Max Bennett's on the mat now, second round at 126 pounds against senior from Marshfield, Luke Mahoney, and it's a pretty tough draw here for Bennett's. Team scores, Merrill in first place with 38 points, Marshfield in second, 32, Rapids in third with 30 and a half, Stevens Point in fourth with 30, DC Everest has 28, Wausau West 27, Wausau East 12. And Christian Smith against Mitch Ververka of DC Everest on the mat in the center. Or excuse me, Don Ververka. Bennett's now with an arm pinned across his back, trying to fight off getting turned, but only a 1 count so far. Both Red Raiders trail 2-0. Now Bennett's getting near fall scored on him on a tip. Smith gets caught with his arm up and a half thrown on him. And he goes over on his back in deep trouble to Ververka of DC Everest. And Smith gets pinned in 110. Bennett's now still fighting his way off his back.
Cody Nicholson, Maryland.
In deep trouble. Trying to get an arm through, 18 seconds left. Bennett's able to start to get stomach down.
To the head table on deck.
Mahoney has him on his back one more time. 7 seconds left.
Also on deck to the head table, 145.
Bennett's fighting hard here. And got a pin just before the buzzer. Just before. That was 159.7, I think. That was awful close.
Also on deck, 145.
Both Red Raiders so far in this second round go down by a pin. Smith losing to Don Ververka, DC Everest, and a pin in 110. Bennett's losing to Luke Mahoney of Marshfield and a pin in 159. Again, the Red Raiders have buys at 106 and 113 with Chisco and Spray. No entry at 132. Next up, Jordan Scalise against Sully Phillips of Wausau West.
Dakota Kelp, Stevens Point.
And follow that, Dylan Hall will get a bye. Then Cal Stoffel will take on Lucas Leomero. We'll bring you those matches here in River City's Community Access. Jordan Scalise going to take on Wausau West, Sully Phillips.
On deck, 152, Cal Stoffel with Rapids.
Let me look back here and see if these two met in a dual meet.
Lee, Merrill, on deck to the head table, 160 on deck. Mason Ryan.
Scalise, Tech Falls, Sully, no, excuse me.
Everest.
Scalise was moved up to 145 in a dual meet. Dylan Hall, Tech Falls. Sonny Phillips, but Scalise gets taken down by him early, trails 2-0. Trying to come out through the backside now, trying to get to maybe a Granby here. Is Scalise. He's got the reversal, and it's 2-2.
Cal Stoffel at Rapids.
Scalise recovering from the early deficit, got a bar and a wrist tied up. See if he can run this bar. Now he fires a half, trying to get it there. Phillips trying to pull it off, now changes corners, got the bar going over.
160.
Scalise had him flat for a blink, but not long enough. Phillips trying to get his way out of bounds here to survive, which he just about has done. 2 near fall, Scalise. Scalise scoops him back into the edge of the mat, turns him towards the center. And we'll see now if Scalise can work that pinning combination again. Working on tying up a wrist. Got a tight waist, now spiral ride. Off the mat with 11 seconds left. 4-2 Scalise. Scalise fires a good physical crossface. Now picks the near side thigh. That's the end of the period. 4-2, Scalise with a lead. Scalise choice, he deferred. And Phillips will go on his feet, he says. Didn't like the way he was worked over on the bottom. Got the first takedown. Did a low dart right at the ankle. Scalise ready this time. Front chin lock, trying to go around the corner, inside leg trip. Now to a single. Getting to a double turn the corner of Scalise. Good combination work wrestling there. That was a nice combination by Jordan Scalise. One move to the next without stopping and having to think about it. Just felt his way through it all. 125 left, 6-2 the lead for the Red Raider. Left, going to get a fresh restart here. Phillips on the bottom. Scalise continuing to ride with a 4-point lead at 6-2. Phillips not much of a start off the bottom. That allows Scalise to control things from the top. Now he fires a crossface again. Scalise continuing to work at a barbed wire. He's got Phillips on his back now, in deep trouble. Scalise looking to scoop the head here. Pin for Jordan Scalise in 3:32 on the fall.
160.
Jordan Scalise with a 3-minute 32-second pin as the PA announcer just blasted everybody out of the gym as all of a sudden the microphone got turned way up.
All right, let's try that again. Mason Reinhardt, Merrill.
Next up for the Red Raider Scalise, Cody Nicholson out of Merrill in his round 3 matchup. Dylan Hall at 145 has the second round bye. Cal Stofflet will take on Lucas Lee of Merrill, followed by Jake Tim and Travis Heading of Wausau West. We'll be back with more Red Raider Wrestling after this short break. 152-pound match, Cal Stofflet against Lucas Lee of Merrill. Stofflet beat Lee in the dual meet. I take that back. They did not wrestle in the dual meet. Lucas Lee not in the lineup. Stofflet ended up beating Dalton Clayton, a sophomore from the Blue Jays, 14-4 at 152. Stofflet's first round match, pin in 107 over Joey Abreu of Wausau East.
Mitch Mallett, Stevens Point.
Front headlock now by short drag on by Stofflet off that front headlock by Lee, and Stofflet gets a takedown and he cuts him loose. 2-1. Stofflet getting an underhook and he's got some head position with his left hand. In the one period, Stofflet leads 2-1. This comes up, green, and lead to first. Stofflet's going to go down. Stofflet to his feet. Lee drops to a single. Stofflet in the front chin lock, trying to get some weight down. Stofflet with a front headlock as they come to their feet. Got one on the separation. 3-1 Stofflet.
Billy Dufford, Stevens.
Stofflet on a head tie and an ankle pick. Nice setup, nice work.
Point for 9 East, 170 pounds. You're going
and they're going to cut him loose again. 5-2 now.
182 on deck.
Stofflet with a duck attempt, missed. Didn't commit to it too hard. Barrel attempt by Stofflet, and they're just out of bounds. Nice takedown set up by Stofflet.
182, Mitch Mallett, Stevens Point.
Jake Tim draws Travis Hettinger,
Point, Stein.
#1 ranked wrestler in the state. Pretty tough bracket so far. Nate Engel a point first, Hettinger next.
On deck, 195, Alex.
At 160 and Hettinger with a takedown. Stofflet with a takedown as well, and then a cut loose.
On deck.
7-3. Tim gets the 1-point escape on Hettinger, and Hettinger drops into a single and completes it, and cuts him loose again. Hettinger just easily tosses Tim. Tim's in deep trouble here for 1:23. Stofflet gets the pin in 3:43. Cal Stofflet, 2 pins for the Red Raiders.
Cody Abel, Wisconsin Rapids, Phil McGuire.
His next opponent, Tyler Engel, Stevens Point, and Travis Henninga with a pin in 53 seconds over Jake Tim. Pretty much a huge up mountain battle there for Jake Tim, going against the #1 ranked kid in the state. That's going to be quite probably a final at 160. The #1 and #2 ranked kids in the entire state in this conference going at it for a championship between Reinhardt and Merrill and Henninga of Wausau West. Next up for the Red Raiders, we should have 182-pounder Cody Abel taking on Phil McGuire of Marshfield. Excuse me, and Devin Klobuknik at 220, wrestling Tyler Schmidt of Merrill. We'll be back with more wrestling on River City's Community Access. Cody Abel comes out on the mat now against Marshfield's Phil McGuire. Abel pinned McGuire in the dual meet in 3:47. So we'll see if he can have the same effect here today. First matchup of the day for the Red Raider. Abel got a first round bye. Abel with a quick takedown. He's not wasting any time. Quick turn. Got McGuire on his back, in trouble, and has a long time to work this pin. Now positions a half. Scoops that head, walks it up towards the shoulders. Pin in 25 seconds for Abel. Abel didn't even break a sweat. 25 seconds on the pin. Next up, Ben Hintz of Merrill for Abel in his third round matchup. Again, now waiting on Devin Klobuknik and Tyler Schmidt. And then Bo Thompson, and that'll be coming out now, I guess. Klobuknik and Schmidt. Bo Thompson, wrestling at heavyweight, will take on Wausau West Austin Winter. Klobuknik against Schmidt. Schmidt, the #1 ranked 220-pounder in the state.
Thompson, Rapid, Winter, West.
And Klobuknik gets taken down. There's a half. Klobuknik's over, stacked on his shoulders. Pin. 14 seconds. And pretty much an expected outcome with Schmidt and Klobuknik. And now we got the 285-pound match. Bo Thompson and Austin Winter of Wausau West. That match yet to come. We'll bring you that when we return here to the DC Everest Fieldhouse for the Valley Conference Wrestling Tournament. Bo Thompson wrestling at heavyweight today against Wausau West Austin Winter. Winter was not in the lineup for Wausau West. They had pulled him out. Thompson's got a takedown. The legs riding a tip here. And Austin Wilson's going to be in some deep old trouble here. Bo extremely undersized for heavyweights. Barred now by the Red Raider. Lifts the hips, turns Winter over, and now the referee's got to get in a place to see the shoulders. Pin. In 30 seconds even.
Look at here.
Excuse me. Wow, an upset at heavyweight. DC Everest heavyweight just pinned Tristan Wilson of Marshfield.
That's 220.
Oh, that could have been the 220-pounders, correct. That was 220. In any event, Bo Thompson with a pin in about 30 seconds over Austin Winter of Wausau West. His next opponent will be Spencer Sherrick of Stevens Point.
match. We'll take a half-hour break.
This round is complete for the Red Raiders.
You guys need to be back.
Finally, we're going to see some little guys wrestle in the red and white. 106-pounder Matrix Jisco against Marshfield's Noah Gertis. Patrick Spray against Merrill's Devon Schultz. Christian Smith with a bye. Max Bennett's with a bye. Jordan Scallis will wrestle Merrill's Cody Nicholson. Dylan Hall will take on Tanner Bain of Wausau West. Cal Stofflet against Stevens Point's Tyler Engel. Jake Tim with a bye. Nathan Fuller will get Stevens Point's Billy Duffert. Cody Abel takes on Merrill's Ben Hintz. Ross Nichols gets Merrill's Alex Klug. Devin Klebuknik will receive a bye, and the Red Raider Thompson at heavyweight will take on Point Spencer Sherrick. We'll bring you that round of wrestling when we return to the Valley Conference Wrestling Tournament. Back now to Valley Conference Wrestling Tournament, third round action. 106-pounder Matrix Jisco against Noah Gertis of Marshfield. Jisco pinned Gertis in a dual meet in 59 seconds. Team scores right now as Jisco gets a takedown. Merrill leading with 51 points. Stevens Point in second, 39.5. Rapids in third, 38.5. Marshfield in fourth, 38. Everest in fifth, 35. Wausau West in sixth, 31. And Wausau East bringing up seventh place with 12 points. Off the mat, Jisco with a 2-0 lead. Patrick Spray should follow here against Devon Schultz of Merrill. Jisco with a back trip, hard takedown to the mat. It's 4-1 now after they cut him loose. Tournament running pretty quickly so far. They were able to take a break in between each round so far. 15 minutes the first round, 30 minutes the second. And Jisco on top of riding. First time on the mat for this Red Raider. Again, only a couple caution rapids. Only a handful of wrestlers in the 106, 113 pounds. They're both short of a full group here. .42 seconds left, still 4-1 Jisco. He's trying to work that arm out from underneath. Gertis fighting to stay in a base. Morning, stalling Gertis. Jisco trying to stick in a legs ride, can't get that done as Gertis flattens out. 2-1 into the period, 4-1 Jisco. Gertis survived one period. And that's an accomplishment over the last matchup. Jisco's choice, he deferred. Gertis's choice, going on their feet. So this is probably better for Jisco, and sometimes it's a lot easier to get somebody to their back from their feet. Gertis was doing a good job of just doing nothing in a base. Jisco with a shot on a single. Come up, got it elevated, dump. Catches the leg. See if he can catch a half. Lost the half. Two takedown in any event, Jisco 6-1 to lead. Stack attempt, Jisco gets rolled through. He's got a ball and chain, now tries to get a tip going with that. And Jisco will get near fall here if he doesn't lose control. To near fall. Now Jisco trying to lift through between the thighs to remain in control. Near fall coming as Gertis, not realizing quite where he was, gave up his back. And Jisco will get at least 2 more here. There's the 2. It's 10-1 now with 30 seconds left, second period. Jisco with a cradle now. Gertis breaks that grip. And they go off the mat. Jisco still in control of riding with 8 seconds left in the period. Jisco easily stopped the first move of Gertis, puts him flat on his stomach. There's the end of the period. 10-1, the Red Raider with a lead. Jisco's going both on their feet. He's definitely had the better of it from his feet. And he's dangerous here. Shot into a single, going to a double, trying to come out the backside with a Polish. Puts Gertis on the seat of his hip here. Gets a takedown. 12-1 now. Gertis again just basically trying to stay in a base. Just go all way over the point of the shoulder trying to work that arm out, and Gertis just laying on it, tucking it in. 1 minute left. Referee called the first stalling. I'll see if he calls them anymore. As Gertis is definitely stalling here. 45 seconds left. Jisco with the arm behind the back now. Is he going to baseball it across, or will the referee let him? "27 seconds left. Jisco gets to a bar and a wrist now. Again, Gertis just laying here on his stomach.
126 pounds, 100 kilo West, Hunter Welch, Merrill. Keel West, Welch, Merrill. You're going to one, Keel and Welch.
Matrix Jisco, there's the, at the end of the period, the final stalling. 13-1, Jisco. On the win, Jisco will be in the finals. And next up, Patrick Spray, same mat against Merrill's Devon Schultz. Spray and Schultz wrestled in the dual meet. Spray beat him 12-7.
Roth, Point, Clement Marshfield, you're on deck. Report to the head table, please. Laverka, Arneson. Laverka from Everest, Arneson, Merrill to mat 3. On deck, Fritz Sherrill, Stevens Point, Nate White, Everest at 138 pounds. On deck, Sherrill, Point.
Schultz in on a high single. Spray able to fight the takedown, and Schultz lost his grip, Spray ended up right on top of him. We'll take that takedown. Spray cuts him loose. 2-1 the Red Raider. Spray with a low dart but missed. Now do the front headlock. Spray, short drag, spins behind, gets a takedown, leads 4-1. Caution on a spray. 4-1 the lead for the Red Raiders. 31 seconds left first period. Hard switch attempt by Schultz. Catches Spray and an elbow. Spray now willing to give up the one yet.
Table side. Been a request for you guys.
Heading aside around the corner, picks an angle. Regains control.
Rapids and Marshfield wrestlers, if you guys could sit down so we can watch some wrestling, please. Thank you.
End of one, 4-1. Spray, he defers his choice. Schultz takes down. And Spray gives them a free ride, 4-2 on their feet.
And now we have the referee is confused here. He was kind of a day late, dollar short in all that exchange as Schultz took down. Spray said put him on his feet, so Schultz just went to the starting line because that's where he would have went anyway. The referee didn't follow all that. So it's 4-2 now. Dunk under by Spray, just missed it. Inside shot again to a single. Schultz fighting that takedown attempt off. Headgear on Spray got grabbed by Schultz. Could be a technical violation if the referee decided to call it, grabbing the headgear. Spin behind. Spray trying to step over. And a scramble. Spray back into a single. 4-2 Spray right now. Spray trying to get to a single, locking that up. Schultz picking the hands off of that. Spray trying to get him elevated and comes out of the scramble with a takedown. Patrick Spray continued to wrestle all the way through that scramble. 6-2 the lead. 50 seconds left, second period. Schultz right up to his feet. Spray drops down on a low single, trying to get to a double. Switch attempt by Schultz. Spray's lifting the leg, putting him on the side of his step in. Now Spray steps across the leg, locks him down. 25 seconds left. Spray with a legs ride now, digging that in. Slow down Schultz a little bit. Schultz steps out of the legs ride. End of the period, 6-2. Spray with a lead. Spray's choice. And he's going down. warning stalling in 6 seconds called. Wow, that's amazing. In the last match, you didn't get a call on stalling for over 3 minutes, but that took 6 seconds. Spray trying to hit a switch, steps over the top, got the reversal. To the lead now, with 1:15 left. Spray. Half in a bar by Spray, stacks him up on his shoulders. And now, too near fall, Spray. And he stopped it for potentially dangerous. So Spray is now up 10-3, and he will ride. Second caution, Spray. Scoreboard has 10-3. We'll check with Joyce to make sure. 10-2 Joyce has. So we'll get the 10-2 score. Ten to 2. Got that corrected. Spray on top for the final 58 seconds. Spray with a bar and a half now. Near fall coming. This is getting closer to a pin. 40 seconds left. Double arm bar now by Spray. Sits back through but lost the 1 bar. 3 near fall, 13-2. And off the mat they work with 15 seconds left, 13-2 Spray. And the referee blew off that start as both wrestlers jumped at the buzzer of one of the other mats.
132, Joe Roth, point. Devin Clement, Marshfield.
Spray drops down on a single, 6 seconds left.
Going to mat 3.
End of the match, 13-2, Patrick Spray, major decision.
Jordan Scalise, Wisconsin Rapids.
Spray into the finals
Nicholson,
at 113, as is Matrix Gisco.
Brandon Kramer, Wausau East, Sully Phillips, West.
Christian Smith at 120 has a bye this round. Max Bennett's also a bye at 126. Again, no Red Raider entrant at 132. 138, Jordan Scalise will take on Merrill's Cody Nicholson, followed by Dylan Hall and Tanner Bain from Wausau West at 145. We'll bring you those matches when they appear here on River City's Community Access. Jordan Scalise on the mat now at 138 pounds against Cody Nicholson of Merrill. Scalise lost to Nicholson 13-11 in overtime in the dual meet, and Scalise had the match a fairly good lead early on in the match. Nicholson ended up coming from behind to beat him. Scalise gave up a pretty easy takedown in the overtime. Russian arm tie by Nicholson. Scalise now with a Russian of his own. Scalise worked a little jab attempt, takedown, but ran out of wrestling mat.
See if Scalise can keep the same aggressive style of wrestling that he showed so far in this tournament.
.138, Brendan Kramer east, Sully Phillips
Scalise
west.
off his knees, works into a Russian.
Phillips west to Matt 3.
Shot in by Scalise.
On deck, 145, Tanner Bain, west, Dylan Hall, Rapids. Bain,
30
west,
seconds left.
Hall, Rapids, to the head table, on deck.
Russian again by scramble attempt by Scalise. He's behind him, hands are down. That should be a takedown. Okie choke locked up now by Scalise. No points scored. The referee did not give the takedown as Scalise was behind. Hands down on the mat by Nicholson. Scalise in control of him. And then he locked up an Okie choke. And no points scored. 5 seconds left. End of the period, 0-0. This comes up red. Scalise goes down. Now, Scalise got a score from the bottom here. Post the foot out. Turned inside, got a leg. Scalise trying to back out here now, get his one. One point escape, Scalise on their feet, neutral. Scalise needs to build a little lead here, drag. Unable to complete the takedown. Barrel roll attempt, can he complete it? Off the mat. Three or four different takedown attempts now by Scalise. Can't really sit on one of them as far as defensing it. Underhook by Nicholson with head position. Barrel attempt again, missed. Run headlock by Nicholson. 1-0. Scalise leads. Stalemate. And Nicholson was cutting him off underneath there. Nicholson was choking him off. With 31 seconds left in the second period, Scalise with a lead. Again, next up, Dylan Hall against Tanner Bain of Wausau West. That'll be a tough match. Follow that with Cal Stofflet against Tyler Engel, another tough match. And Jake Tim gets a bye at 160. Nathan Fuller will get Billy Dufford out of Stevens Point. That's another tough match. Red Raiders can either make a lot of hay here in this round or have a tough round. And the final 30 seconds of this period coming. Scalise worked from one knee again. Slide by attempt off the Russian. Missed that. Scalise into a Russian again.
And off the mat they work. Nicholson shaking out that left elbow. 3 seconds, 2, 1. End of the second period is here. 1-0, Scalise with the lead, but Nicholson will have to go down. And we'll see if Scalise can ride him. Scalise steps into a legs ride. And he gets him flattened down temporarily. That's a good position for Jordan right now. Scalise with a wrist control. Nicholson trying to get up from a base up to put a foot down. Spiral ride by Scalise and a legs ride, and gets kicked out of that. Scalise changes sides on the wrist ride. Spiral ride, got a half and a wrist, does Scalise. Got his head tucked in for an instant there. Now he's going to run it again. Can't quite get that shoulder set to turn. "40 seconds left. Near fall coming now. Can he go? And he's got to come up. Got to get his head off the mat. No near fall here. 30 seconds left. Gonna lose control here, but don't give up 2, only give up 1, but he gave up 2 in a reversal. With 20 seconds left, Scalise is down 2-1. Scalise trying to set up with a head snatch, but put himself in a pretty bad controlling position here with 3, 2, 1. Scalise goes down 2-1. Scalise with one mistake in the match goes down to a 2-1 loss to Merrill's Cody Nicholson. Again, Dylan Hall against Tanner Bain, Cal Stoffel against Tyler Engel. Those two will be coming up. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more of the Valley Conference Wrestling Tournament. And we're back on the mat now with Dylan Hall at 145 pounds against Tanner Bain of Wausau West. Let's see if we can look back here. Dylan Hall and Tanner Bain did not meet. Tanner Bain beat Jordan Scalise 4-2 in the dual meet. And Bain in on a double leg on Hall right now. Still no takedown yet.
170, Billy Duffer, points. Nate Fuller, Rapids.
Hall still fighting now. He has to give up the takedown. 2 takedown there off the mat.
On deck, 182, Cody Abel, Rapids. Ben Hintz, Merrill. Abel, Rapids.
Hall had a first round loss, 8-4 to Trevor Smith of Marshfield. Get a second round bye, and this is second wrestling match. But Bain has a cradle lock on Hall, and Hall goes over. Hall in some deep trouble here for 45 seconds left yet. His left shoulder up right now. Now trying to pick the grip, and we got Nate Fuller on the mat at 170. And he is taking on Billy Duffer to Stevens Point, and that's in the middle mat. Three near fall. Hall gets off his back. Thank goodness. Duffert and Fuller did not meet in the dual meet. End of one period, 5-0. Bain leads Hall. They're going on their feet. Hall's choice. Bain being the aggressor here. Hall backs him off the mat. Again, Hall up 2 weight classes. Duffert in on a single leg on Fuller now, and Fuller gets taken down. Hall tried to get a shot in. Now Bain with a reshot into a single. Lifts, takes Hall down.
Outsized, out-muscled Dylan Hall there. Fuller standing up now, trying to get some separation. Can't do that. Hall's got his arms barbed wired up underneath him. Now wrapped around to a cradle going the other way is Bain. He leads 7-0. 42 seconds left, second period. Hall in a big hole. 15 seconds left. Fuller on the right side of your screen trails 2-0. Caution, jumping to start Hall. Again, Dylan Hall, Tanner Bain on your left. On your right of your screen is Nate Fuller and Billy Duffert. Caution, Fuller. Improper start. Bain trying to lock up a cradle on Hall again. And he's got it locked, and Hall's shoulders are exposed. And Hall in deep trouble here. 8 seconds left. Hall survives the second period, down 10-0. Fuller trails 3-0. Minute and a half left, second period, they're on their feet. Bain on the bottom to start the third period. Hall can't hold him. 11-0 now. Bain just wades right into a single. Hall's trying to counter, get that leg down and away. And he does, and he throws Bain, but they're out of bounds.
.182, Mitch Malik point, Ryan Lenz west. Malik point, Lenz west. You are going to mat 3.
Hall's going to look to throw here.
Mat 3.
Minute and a half left.
On deck, 195, Alex Flude, Merrill, Ross Nichols, Rapids. Flude, Merrill, Nichols, Rapids to the head table.
30 seconds left, second period. Fuller trails 3-0. Minute left, third period. Hall trails 11-0. .40 seconds left in the Hall-Bain match. Second period comes to an end. Fuller down 3-0. He's taken down to start the third. Headlock by Hall, and they roll through it, but they're off the mat. Hall is dangerous, but he's down by a lot. He's going to have to pin Bain. Fuller's got the escape. 3-1 he trails. 10 seconds left. Off the mat again with 5 seconds left. Hall's down 11-0.
Peters, point. 195, Lens West. Peters, point to the head table. You're on deck.
Tanner Bain defeats Dylan Hall.
195.
And we slide over to the Fuller match. 120 left. Fuller's down 3-1. They're on their feet.
Klug, Merrill, Nichols, Rapids to mat 2.
Fuller needs takedown to tie here.
On deck 220.
Against
Merrill, Justin Vandrick.
against Billy Duffer to Stevens Point.
Merrill, Vandrick, Stevens Point to the
Cal Stofflet ready to go against Tyler Engel of Stevens Point. They'll be on the same match as Hall just got done with. And they step out there now. .44 seconds left. Fuller trails by 2. Stofflet on the mat now, with Tyler Engel of Point. .22 seconds left. Fuller still trails. Needs a takedown. Front headlock. Throw attempt, they're off the mat. 12 seconds left. Still no score in the Stofflet match. Bad attempt at a throw by Fuller, and he gives up a takedown. That'll be 5-1. Fuller goes down to defeat. And now we're over to the Stofflet match. Ankle picked by Engel. And Stofflet fought that off. And they're off the mat, 0-0 with 29 seconds left first period. Stofflet and Engel. Ross Nichols in the center mat again against Alex Klug and Merrill. Klug a big favorite here.
Brady Lentz, Wausau West, Quentin Peters, Stevens Point, Lentz, West, Peters, Point. You are going to mat 2.
Klug with a takedown on Nichols.
220, Mr. Everest, Nate Tesner, West.
End of the first period, 0-0, Stofflet
West, on deck to the head table.
and Tyler Engel. Engel taking the down position. Stofflet going to try to ride and turn. Nichols in the bottom with a bar. Forced over by Klug. Nichols in deep trouble. And Stofflet has nothing to hold Engel with. Gives them a 1-point escape. Off the mat in the Stofflet-Engel match. Nichols in deep trouble on his back here with Klug. There is the pin in 112. Next up for the Red Raiders, Cody Abel against Ben Hintz of Merrill.
220.
Bo Thompson, Spencer Shirk.
Point. Schmidt, Merrill, Vander Point are going to mat 2.
Abel still trails Stofflet still trails 1-0 on the escape by Engel, and they're off the mat. 1:10 left, second period. Both on their feet.
On deck, 285, Tristan Wilson.
Cody Abel warming up, getting ready to go.
Wilson, Marshfield, Huff, Everest. On deck, heavyweight.
Front headlock by Engel. Stofflet got a whizzer. Fought the takedown attempt off. 34 seconds left. Front headlock again by Engel. Stofflet lets him get into that position each time. One of these times he's going to complete a takedown. 5 seconds left, second period. Engel will take that 1-0 lead into the third. And Stofflet will have to go down. Could be 1 to tie, 2 to win here in this match with Engel and Stofflet. Not a lot of scoring at all, period. Engel able to get loose really easily. Start of the second period from the bottom. Stofflet wrestled with his head on the mat, now picks it up.
Nate Tesmer, West. To mat 3, Stoltmeister, Everest, Tesmer. To mat 3. On deck, Henry, Bo Thompson, Rapids, Spencer Sherrick, Point, Thompson, Rapids, Sherrick, Point.
Engel got away with a jump on the start there. 1:34 left. Bar now, loosely by Engel. Now he's got it in there. Stofflet stands right up through it. Can he get the one here? Stofflet can't hang around here much longer. He's got 1:10. Got to be a better pace provided by Stofflet. Ankle pick, flattens about again. Warning, stalling, Stofflet. Bar on the left side now by Engel. Stofflet trying to get to a base. 40 seconds remain. Stofflet's got to get a point to tie the match here. Twenty seconds. And they're off the mat. Stofflet's got to find some urgency here. He can win this match if he wants to.
Thompson, Rapids, Sherrick, Point, Thompson, Rapids.
12 seconds left.
1. Sherrick and Thompson 1. On deck, heavyweight. Tristan Wilson, Marshfield, Kane Hunt, Everest.
No start by Stofflet on the bottom. That allowed Engel to control this. 2 seconds, 1, 0. Tyler Engel wins the match. On a pretty easy point given up by Stofflet at the start of the second period. Next up, Cody Abel is going to take on Merrill's Ben Hintz. Abel pinned Hintz in a dual meet in 3:30. And Abel, when he can get into a brawl type match, scrambling, he's dangerous. Hintz will be a little taller. As we got a question on some scoring or whatever from the previous match, that's holding up the Abel match. The Red Raiders not having a very good round here. As I said, they can either make hay or get dropped by the wayside. So far, a lot of them have dropped by the wayside, unfortunately. And we still got a discussion on the refereeing. And we're still waiting. Cody Abel had a first round bye, and then it did not take very long, only 25 seconds for Abel to maul Marshfield's Phil McGuire into a pin. And here we finally go. Abel and Hintz. And I do believe Abel had Hintz. Hintz was on top actually, and Abel caught a leg through between his, elevated it, put Hintz on the back of his step-in, and basically sat across his chest lifting the leg, and Hintz was pinned. Abel diving in, and they're out of bounds. Small circles here. So you can run out of wrestling mat in a hurry. Arm drag attempt by Abel, missed. Snap down by Hintz. Short drag by Abel, and they separate. Six seconds left first period, still no score. And that's the way this first period is going to end, 0-0. Flipping of this comes up red. Abel's going down. Abel in the bottom, referee's position in the start. And Hintz got caught jumping the start. Abel set, Hintz will cover again. Abel in a scramble now, fights his way right through a couple of stand-up attempts to get one and the lead. Off the mat.
Heavyweight, Tristan Wilson, Marshfield.
Hintz into a single leg now, got it at the knee.
Marshfield, Huff, Everest.
Abel with an inside leg trip. In a scramble. Got to take down as Abel. 3-1, 3-0 the lead.
Wrestlers will take a break after the completion of our final match. We'll take
Abel's got to get her wrist.
After the final match of this round, when we come back, we'll be wrestling place matches starting at 106.
Left side wrist tied up by Abel.
Short break, and we'll come back with the place matches at 106 pounds.
Switch attempt again. Abel chops an arm. They're on the edge of the circle. And they're off. 53 seconds left. 3-0. Abel with the lead. Hard switch attempt. Abel recovers. Abel able to flatten the hips down of Hintz now. Still got wrist control, and they're off the mat. 33 seconds left, second period. Abel needs to take this 3-0 lead to the third. And off the mat with 16 seconds left. Hintz fixing a shoelace. He's ready to go. Abel gonna cover him. Hintz trying to sit out switch again. Abel picking that underneath ankle and lifting it. Abel's got to get a wrist tied up. There he does. End of the period. 3-0. Abel with a lead. Bo Thompson on the mat now against Stevens Point. Spencer Sherrick. And he's at the other end. He's got a takedown and a quick escape. Thompson leads 2-1. Sweep single again, and Sherrick easy target for him. 2 sweep single shots. There's a third. Sherrick able to hang on to him a little bit this time, but Thompson's still working. Thompson pulls that leg out, gets another takedown. He leads 6-2. Legs ride by the Red Raider on a round heavyweight. Cross body power half. And they hip him over. Spur hard with this left leg. Get the hips on top. Got him on top. Thompson's got Sherrick in deep trouble. That's pretty flat right there. He was flat. Now he's flat again. Now Thompson rescoops ahead and repositions. A lot of time left yet to front this pin. $1:12 on the pin time for Bo Thompson. Thompson with a pin at heavyweight. 2 pins total, 1 minute 42 seconds. Abel on top now, starting the third period, leads 3-0. Abel riding hard here on Hintz. Hintz able to stand up. Now Abel drops to a single. Headlock attempt on the way out of bounds, but Abel ends up on top. Got a minute 34 left yet. Abel with a 3-0 lead. Abel looking to get to the finals here. Caution, Rapids jumping to start. Hintz stands right up each time. Now Abel cuts him loose. 3-1. Hintz in on a near side single and has a takedown to tie it now. 3-3. Minute 17 left yet. I don't know if he'll be able to hold Abel or not. We'll see. Abel looks to be pretty tired here. They're going to give him the 1 free ride to his feet. 4-3 Abel. Abel looks pretty tired. Ducked by Abel, but they're just out of bounds. Abel kind of got a foot caught up underneath there. 56 seconds left. 4-3 Abel. Hens with a shot in now on a single. 2 takedown. Now that wasn't a takedown in a previous match that the Red Raiders had. 5-4. Abel trails now. Abel down, 38 seconds left. Caution, jumping to start Abel. Second caution, Abel got to sit tight now. Switch attempt by Abel. He's up to his feet, Hintz recovered and hanging on. 27 seconds left yet. $15 seconds left. $7 seconds left. $5-4. Hintz comes from behind to get a win over Cody Abel. And that completes this third round of wrestling. Next will be placement matches. Here on River Cities Community Access, we'll bring you that from the Valley Conference Wrestling Tournament in DC Everest. Champion